Yo, what's going on? This is BMT. Listen, man, I can't make. There we go. I had to fix that. So, do me a favor, share the link. Let's get this out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what we do. Once again, I gotta be the truth to the echoing chamber. There was a lot of hit dogs hollering on the panel. There's a lot of men. There was a lot of daddy issues on the panel. On Rez the Bad Guy. Shout out to Rez the Bad Guy. Man, I sometimes you don't know how blessed you are, Reg. I don't know what to tell you, bro. But there was a lot of daddy issue men on the panel today. There's a lot of them. I was talking to one of them, man. I was talking to. I was trying to talk to them about trying to get their lives together, man. A lot of daddy issues. A lot of daddy issues in these spaces, man. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're mad at the feet. I don't think they're mad at the women. I think they're mad at their daddy. But they know they can't step to their daddy. They can't challenge their father. So they go fight the next thing. Go fight a woman. You know, there was a man on the panel. There was a man on the panel that was saying, um, I wish that was true. I wish that was true, Macbone. But there was a man on the panel saying, my daddy was a pookie. He went around soldering and making multiple children. And as I listened to him talk about that, I was like, how was that a win? How was that a win towards society? You talking about your dad is making multiple bastard children, and you calling your daddy a pookie. Yet you on the panel defending tricking. And as I listened to this man, he was his own mental paradox. But see, I'm starting to understand a lot of these man boys, and I call them what I see, man boys. They praise pedos. They have colorism issue, daddy problem. Mommy, why didn't you stay with daddy? Black women, black man. Like they got all like. Listen, these dudes are just vitriol like hell. And anytime they hear another man say something in contention to them, they will fight that man. Can't talk to the man, they will fight them. But see, I understand this is what happens when the daddy's not home. When daddy ain't home, this is the type of men that we're dealing with. This is why they fall for anything and they're so easily usable. When somebody says something to them that they don't like, they get emotional. So the next thing the man tried to do, he went into gossiping. He didn't attack my points. He went into gossip. And I said, hold up, bro. I thought that was something that you said low-level women do. Why are you running gossip? He started giggling. He started giggling like a strag. And I said, oh, so you are okay. I get it. But these are what pups do. You know, started talking about child support, started talking about gossip, started talking about how he's some type of value of a man, but then he likes fuckery. And I was like, yo, what can we do with these black men? What can we do with these type of black men? How am I supposed to make this into a man? This is honestly what we doing. And see, I don't get mad at the women anymore that literally say, I can't fuck with this type of man. I made a baby with this man, But god damn it, I didn't know what the fuck I really was getting into. See, I know the women are fucked up, but see, they're only acting an equivalent to the environment that the men are shaping. Now, if you have a group of men that are having all type of mental problematic issues, this is why you will never get a fucking community ever. Because you got so many butthurt man boy pups running around saying that they men wanting to play toy soldier. This man was proud to just brag off how fucked up his daddy was, how jacked up his uncles were. This man was trying to understand the equivalent of tricking. Shout out to you, Mac Bone. But see, everybody don't have a Mac Bone over them. This is why politics is the way it is. This is why politics don't talk to black men like that no more. You got a dude that works in a pharmaceutical, but he on here complaining about bitches. Get mad at your bitch because you couldn't take your wife. Get mad at your daddy because your daddy walked out on you. Don't get mad at random people and start arguing with random dudes online because you have some issue, and then you start running around with live shit. We know about you tricking. I'm like, hold up, bro. You coming to me as a man to talk to me about tricking? What kind of man code is that? This is why you can't take these type of men serious. Whatever revolution y'all waiting for, listen, the system done way beat it out of black men long time ago. Whatever revolution you waiting for, they done beat it out of us. It definitely ain't no social media revolution. Definitely ain't no fucking manosphere revolution. I don't know what revolution y'all waiting for, but these dudes have daddy issues. And I don't give a fuck who panel y'all run to. Go ahead and tell them BMT said that. But listen, bro, some of y'all done told on yourself, bro. A lot of these dudes have a vitriol with their daddy. I put it all on it, bro. A lot of these men, it ain't the mama. They have a vitriol with their daddy. Because they couldn't challenge their father. They couldn't stand up to that man. They couldn't stand up to that type of systematic issue he had. So guess what? Fuck everybody else. So they would rather see the world burn because they could not get that one guy. Look how they talk about my daddy did game. My daddy was a pimp. So if your daddy was a pimp, what was your mama? How is that a win? How is bragging off your dad was a pimp a win? This is how dumb they sound. If your dad was a pimp, then your mama must have been a whore. My daddy had multiple kids. Nigga, then the same community dysfunction you talking about, that came from your daddy. How are you bragging about your daddy made multiple kids, but guess what? Y'all still have a generational curse of poverty. That's a loss. See, y'all don't hear me. Oh, man. Y'all don't hear me, man. This is why I be sitting here listening to what these lost puppies be saying, man. Puppies in the kennel howling. But you get mad at BMT. Why? Because you know damn well what I'm saying to you hurts you. Dude trying to run to me about something about a woman who does coke down on social media. Not too long ago, y'all were kissing that goddamn Hispanic woman's ass. But they didn't have no smoke for her when she was talking all kind of shit about black women and calling you black men lowest of low. Oh, right. You know why? Because y'all weren't taught to stand up for yourselves. Y'all weren't. Y'all weren't taught to stand up for yourself. So long as y'all hear somebody attacking and just giving y'all a little pat on the head, y'all will go along and agree with any fucking thing said. Y'all still holding on to vitriol and haven't moved forward since. Oh, they don't hear me, John. Like I said, bro, I've been here. I've been on here too long, man. I'm not here to play nice. The ones who rock with me know me. My stuff stands solid. You got dudes who get mad. They get mad at me, but they don't got no smoke for the goddamn dudes who have committed statutory rape in these spaces. But y'all go and support them. Yeah, you heard me. That's right. You got black men in these spaces that support other men that have committed egregious statutory heinous crimes against women and people in their community. And you know the question they ask, what are we supposed to do? Wait a second. You asking me as a man, what should you do about somebody in your space that has doggone done sexual atrocities to women and children? Why the fuck I need to talk to you? Why would I, as a man, need to talk to you? If you asking me, what should we do? Nigga, you not that guy. You just not that guy. This is why black men are the most easily sexually depraved, fucked up people. And y'all say, well, here you go, talking about black men. No, we just telling the facts. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it now. Y'all don't want to say shit because you think it's going to make you look weak. Here you go, talking black men. That's all these beta ass bitches can ever say, bro. Beta minded people. They'll complain about supremacy and all kind of crazy shit. But then when it comes to problems that are afflicting them, they have no smoke. They don't believe in lobbying. Let's get on YouTube and talk about it. Like, what the fuck is that going to do? What is that honestly going to do? Like I said, man, like the criteria ain't changing. People know how to play these men. You know why? But they play y'all for y'all pain. That's what they do. They know you in pain. So they play off of that. They know y'all got mental health issues. So the women sucker y'all out for that. Now, man, and listen, bro, I don't got no problem with a man spending how he spend his money or how a woman spend her money. But we definitely know there's a lot, just like y'all said, a gynocracy is a problem. You daddy issue boys are a fucking problem. You've always been a problem. You will forever be a problem to the community. Damn, too, you don't have no smoke for the women. Listen, I never met a fucking woman that can asexually reproduce. Never met a woman that can asexually reproduce. How's the other group of men? Oh, I get it. You're gonna say the system. Women, if they see a a system that works, they will go along with it. But see, y'all have a problem with men who are conquerors of their own fate. Y'all have a problem with them men. We have a problem with men who are willing to work and talk with women. Y'all niggas get on and talk about child support so much. No offense, but y'all niggas ain't making money like that. I'm sorry to say, but y'all niggas ain't making money like that. I'm not gonna sit online and listen to dudes talk about traveling to go look at other foreign women. Why the fuck would I care about what another man do or where he traveled? Oh, that inspired me. Y'all booty ass hurt men, dog. And you know what? Listen, bro. I hear these niggas all the fucking time, man. Men can address issues and still move the fuck on as men. Y'all dudes got issues with men because other men can maneuver in their environment and y'all fucking can't. Let's just keep that shit a stat. Y'all get mad because a man is happy in his own power, and y'all say he's a simp, he's a lame, he's this and that. No, bitch, you are an outlier freak. Every woman that says some lame ass shit to y'all talking points, y'all done bent over like broken booty hole bussy men and then went along with whatever the fuck they said. And all the men and women that said, yo, chill the fuck out, y'all horny little puppies went along with them with the get along. You can't tell that. You can't tell that to them, Macbone. You can't tell that to them Reds. Somehow they believe only one race of woman can be ratchet. They believe that if they go to another part of the world, ratchetry stops. I heard some lame ass motherfucker say white men don't trick. The fuck you saying? What? What? Any group of men can trick. But I forgot. Y'all wasn't raised in that type of mindset as a man. This is why I'm telling you right now, man. The space ain't gonna move forward, bro. Dudes get on here and call themselves non-select. Dudes having vitriol talking about their dudes have failed relationship or marriages, get on panels. Rather than go to fucking therapy or go get some type of logical help, they get on and start complaining and attacking everybody else. Oh, Jay, we can't talk about that. But see, you gotta understand, man. When you try to be balanced and try to keep it logical for a lot of these clowns, they this is why it's so easy for anybody to get in this space. Listen, the minute I heard, this is shit that really blew my mind. The minute I heard dudes were saying hardcore Tito and different other dudes who have sex offensive issues, they're welcome into this space. I said, yo, then fuck this space. Y'all give more relevancy to fucking goddamn everything else but functionality. I can't fuck with y'all. I can't. But see, when you have a standards, it's something that your mama can teach you or your dad. What's up, Kevin? Hang on. Hold on. Let me. Hey, what's going on, y'all? You ain't going with that bag. Just letting you know. Nah, brother. No. Hang on, let me go ahead and post it up. Let me give you a few seconds. Telling y'all right now, y'all gonna start seeing, and I'm telling you, that's why I put out the definition. When you put out the definition, you're going to see a lot more people show up in these spaces. They're not going to stand for nothing, but they'll go along with anything. It don't bother. See, I don't. It don't bother me going to these panels. But at the end of the day, the relevancy of the facts are going to still going to keep showing. Like I said, man, like we done seen it tried and true. What up, Don?
Yeah, what up? I'm here.
Okay.
So
So
go ahead.
so the thing about it is we're going to see more people with more relevancy of issues and problems show up. Daddy issues, mommy issues, a lot. But I'm going to say it's more so in the daddy issue problem.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Don. What's up, man?
Yeah, but this space was started because a lot of us were raised by single mothers. We can't help how we were raised. We can just help. We can just help how we what is the word I want to use? How we live our lives. So I mean, when you say that, a lot of us weren't raised by our dads, I mean that's not really an insult, especially coming from our community.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right
Because
now, bro. So here's the thing about it.
uh-huh.
I don't like. I hear a lot of dudes run a lot of smoke for black women when they were
Okay.
raised by black women. But I'm like, do
Okay.
y'all really say to your mama? Do y'all really say that to your mama that all these women are hoes? Like, do y'all really be saying that? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you say that,
Hmm.
but saying that, like, well, especially from this community, like, I'm just saying, dude, like, okay, so tell me your talk about why do you believe only if you believe only our community predominantly makes bastard babies? I don't think the women are asexually reproducing.
Okay. But it's not only our community, but we
Okay.
focus on our community because that's where we're from.
Okay.
And as far as like the whole, my mom calls other women hoes.
Okay.
So I mean,
Now, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Now, when I see women that call other women that shit, I always have to figure out what happened or what got that woman to be going around calling other women hoes.
mhm,
Like I'm just saying, like if usually when I see women doing that shit or having that type of vitriol to other women,
mhm,
I kind of side eye that type of shit. I kind of side eye her because like like what's if you saying they're hoes, how's it that you know these the whole? How, are you the whole whisperer? Are
mhm.
you the goddamn? You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a dude who knows another dude. Like criminals know criminals because
Okay.
they're criminals.
Okay.
So how is it that this person would know this type of energy? If are they in that type of realm or you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, yeah, they could be. Yeah, they could
okay,
be. Sure.
okay. So do you think that we focus on a lot of fuckery and fuck shit a lot, or that just a lot of people are stuck into like a rut of bullshit? What do you
Um,
think is our problem?
no, yeah, we love and I'm saying effery because my son's here, but we love the effery. It's in our blood, man.
Now, why you say it's in our blood? Why you say that? That's a
Because
pretty.
because we were raised around it. It's normal to us.
See, that's
So
that's
yes,
that's
so yes, when we come on here, a lot of us do entertain it. We could try to say that we don't, but these sectors wouldn't be as popular if we didn't.
now okay. So I'm not going to say you're wrong. You're not wrong for saying it. You feel me? You're not
Hmm.
wrong for saying it
Hmm.
because if you were raised in a certain type of energy or a certain
Hmm.
type of shit, like my son has never been in the hood,
Okay.
so hood culture or whatever type of shit, which is dysfunctional culture,
Hmm.
is not not nowhere in his realm.
Okay.
Versus if a kid was born in the project, just because the kid was born in the project doesn't mean they were into dysfunctional shit. Like
Hmm.
that's how I kind of look at that. Like, you know, you're a smart man, and I know you have a son, just like I'm a father. We're both fathers. I
Correct.
don't think you have your son around any type of fuck shit. So if he were to do something that was fucked up, you say, I know I didn't have that around you. So don't you think that's kind of unfair when you say it's in our blood? Because like, how is it in our blood? Like, what is our trait that gives off that we're all about on that fuck shit?
Because I'm telling you, we were raised around. I'm talking about my generation. I'm talking about people my age and then maybe a little older. We
Okay, you're,
That's how we were. That's how we were brought up.
so
This is
you're an '80s baby like me, right, Don?
You're right. I'm an 80. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay. So all right, so I will give us that credit. Like when I was talking to you about it,
Hmm.
I understood you grew up in the '80s crack baby era, just like me.
Correct. Correct.
So I can understand your pinnacle of mindset on saying that. Is that fair to say? Because of our environment, okay?
Hmm.
But I'm just saying, do you think is it possible to break that, or are you saying that's just it is what it is? That's how we are.
I mean, you break it by not raising your child the way that we were raised. That's how you try to break it.
Okay.
That's how you can try to break it. You raise your kid differently than the way the way we were raised. Like I was just talking to my son. I was talking to my son about basically fighting somebody, putting your hands on somebody if they say something, verbally. Like they don't attack you physically, but they attack you verbally. So how I was raised to, fight. I was raised to fight a person if they say something bad about you. However, that's not right. That's not the right thing to do. So I tell my son, I'm like, if somebody says something bad about you, I mean, you can just say something back or just try to like resolve the issue. You don't put your hands on the person. But if they attack you physically, now if they go at you physically, then you have every right to defend yourself. So it's all about you just doing things differently than how you were raised. That's how you change it. I don't know if you can. Can you hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
No, that's fine. I can hear you, bro. I can go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm
So
listening.
that so that so that's
And
that's that's
listen, I don't want and y'all. I want y'all to understand. This is no attack to Don.
no,
I'm
dude. It's okay.
no,
I'm
no, no,
not.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no, no,
worried
no.
about it.
Hold
Okay.
on, wait. No,
Okay.
Don, understand. In
Okay.
the realm of YouTube where I'm at, everybody takes it and runs with it. Just like how you ran, like you came with the thing about the Nicole Diaz thing.
Okay.
I understand how YouTube works.
Okay.
Okay?
Right. But you also have to understand where I come from. Right. Where I come from, stuff like that is normal. So when you say, "Oh, it's not a personal attack," even if it was, it wouldn't bother me because that's what I'm used to. I was raised. Matter of fact, my mom is from Jamaica. My mom raised me to be tough. She raised me to be a go-getter. She raised me to be independent. Okay. So when people get online and they talk trash about me or they talk about what I do in my personal life, it doesn't bother me like that. It might affect me for a couple of minutes, but after that, it doesn't bother me.
You know the thing about that. You know the thing I want to say about that
Hmm.
is,
Oh, Mike V's from Boston too.
yeah, okay, no. Shout out to all the Bostonians and
Yeah.
all the people from New England areas.
Hmm.
Can I say, listen, y'all, a lot of '80s babies are fucked up.
Yes, we
I'm,
are.
okay, so I probably have to do an '80s panel. A
Hmm.
lot of us, we're the after product of a lot of bad parenting.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Yes.
I get what Don coming at about that because I'm a product of that too. I'm a product of that. So I don't. So that's why when I was on the panel, on Red panel, when I was saying, "Where you from?" and I had to start asking because my people always say, "Ask the origin of a man," so that way you can start trying to understand them. So that way you'll know the contention. I know it seems it's awkward, but it's not because to understand a man, find out where he's from. So it's like when two people from New York ask another if a New Yorker asks another New Yorker, "Yo, where you
Mhm.
from?"
Mhm.
Okay, I'm from So I'm from this part. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from
Mhm.
Queens. From
Mhm.
Harlem.
Mhm.
Now they're starting to start a contention. Once you started naming some areas, I started naming areas. Okay, that's where he's from. That I now understand why he thinks or probably speaks the way he does.
No, I
Because
speak
now,
I speak the way I do on here because that's what this, a part of the sector is about.
now
I mean,
Mhm.
go ahead. I don't speak like this I have a professional presence too. I don't speak like this in my professional world.
So okay, so can you is it fair to say that a lot of people they get on here to relieve certain entities of things that they normally cannot relieve in real life?
Some people, sure.
I think it's a good portion of people in the chats and also out there. They relieve a lot of shit that they normally couldn't say. They
Uh-huh.
come out here and they do it, like or they
Okay.
speak it. Because, granted, I know you. I know you will never speak like this at your job or around your people.
Yeah, it
Because
depends. It depends on, well, around my people, yeah. But at my job, no.
you know, I think, like I
But
said,
that
I see.
but
Go
that's
ahead.
anybody. But that's anybody who's at their job. That's anybody. It's not just me. That could be anybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. Then
You know what?
you're gonna speak a certain way at their job because they don't want to get in trouble at their
You,
job. But
you
once they
know
get
what?
out
I
of their
don't think.
job, they can speak how they want to speak.
You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I feel that I feel like people who are um on a certain level in their life don't
Hmm.
get caught up or don't get too deep in the muck. Not to
Hmm.
say yeah, I've had my fuckery,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So I own that. I own that.
Hmm.
But at certain levels, I started to chill the fuck out. But I'm like some of the shit like some dudes were saying, and I'm like, okay, man, this is not conducive because
Hmm.
then I will see how the younger dudes who will be coming in or listening to some of the shit. I'm like, damn.
Okay.
And you start looking at their life, and I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, majority of the older dudes, and I'm
Hmm.
not saying we're old, but we got the guys, so the Kevins, the Kevin, me, you, Mike, John. Listen, man, we're past 20. A majority of the men in these spaces that have any relevancy, they're either in their mid 30s and on up,
Right.
actually in their late 30s. So our twilight of our life, where it's already in a spin.
Mhm.
The younger guys, I don't want them to take on and inherit the fuck shit. I don't want them to. Like
Okay.
I get we're fucked up. I'll
Okay.
hold that. I don't
Okay.
want them to inherit our shit.
Okay.
Is
But
that
you
fair to say?
but you said, so you were saying earlier that you once you get to a certain status that you basically don't want to delve into this effery. But I mean, the Kardashians are multimillionaires. They're into effery. Our president of the United States, Donald Trump, is a billionaire. He was into effery. Joe Biden, the president now, has effery with him. So that's what I don't understand. It's like you set a certain standard for somebody when everybody engages in it.
Okay, let's use that. So I don't like when we try. Okay, so like when you say the Kardashians, I doubt I doubt the Kardashians when they're at a board meeting, when they're
Hmm.
running board meetings, they're doing
Hmm.
efforting.
Okay.
Versus if it's a show, mind you, I'm not
Hmm.
talking people doing the show. If
Hmm.
it's a show on social media, they're
Hmm.
entertaining.
Okay.
If they're at a board meeting when it comes to their actual where they make their money with their clothing, their product, their
Uh
makeup,
huh.
and all that shit,
Uh huh.
they're not playing around a bunch of board members. They'll get their asses kicked out because
Right.
that's shareholders. Okay,
Okay.
Donald Trump, he may be doing one thing on the Trump show, but
Hmm.
aside from that, when it comes to doggone making you playing around with missiles and shit,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be doing shit playing around with a fucking warhead that could
Yeah.
nuke the whole world. Like there's certain
Right.
levels of shit that people can play around with. That's why I
Okay.
say like, are we using what they do for entertainment, or are we using when they own their professional shit? Because professional level and the stock, and I don't see nobody on the effery at the stock exchange like throwing up ones and shit and saying
Hmm.
we gonna make it rain on these hoes. Like No, they would say you gotta get the fuck out. Like,
Well, they have effery with them too, but like you were saying, when like you said, that we talked about the Kardashians, when they're at the board meeting, yeah, they're not engaging in effery, but they engage in effery when they're on their TV show. It's just like us. When we're on YouTube, we engage in this effery, but if we're at our jobs, or if we run a business, of course we're not gonna
okay,
engage in it.
okay, okay, fair enough. Now, all right, I don't want to dox myself. So when I worked for a certain, when I worked at a certain station, right,
Okay.
they would write out a script of shit that they would want for the person to, because nobody wants to sit there and watch you just sit there and peel oranges, watch TV, you know, do normal shit. Nobody wants to just sit there and watch that.
Right.
But what they would want to see is Chase going to get into a go kart race today, and his daddy wants to be a man and help him build a go kart to feel like they're going to set up a scenario for you to actually get into some shit.
Okay.
Um, the same thing. Like if we had the Don Greedo show, nobody
Uh-huh.
wants to see you sit there at at a doctor's office and just file in files. They probably might make it where they're going to make a scene or a scene. You understand? They got to
Right.
make something interesting for you, but Lord knows everything is not chaos every day. Like I don't know how, but it's not like that.
You're right. It's not every. You're right. We understand that, but again, you got to understand, man. The people in this, even the people who say they don't like it, right? You have people who say, "Oh, all you guys do and engage in this effery." They love it because they're still over here.
Mhm. Right.
Okay.
And I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I will give you that because to get away from your pain, why
hmm
would you not want to be around the
hmm
fuckery of somebody else's pain?
Well, yeah, some of it's pain. Some of it's pain. Sure, some of it's pain, but some of it's also entertainment. Like me, I don't have any pain anymore. Like, I got over my divorce. Me and my ex are good. I don't have any issues there.
You
I
see,
don't I don't
now, Don,
uh-huh.
do you think every man? See, this thing about it, every man is not in your spin cycle of life.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yes, every man's not in, but I'm just speaking for myself. So when I
Okay,
get on here, I actually enjoy the buffoon. I do. I enjoy it.
okay.
I enjoy it. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
But
Now,
see,
now, could it like now? Do I let it like take over my life? Like, am I like so addicted that it stops me from working or taking care of my child? No. But from time to time, I do get on here and I enjoy it.
true, true. I think one of the things about it was I heard you say something that was very potent.
Mhm.
You told that you wanted a I went to therapy, or I tell you, you said something about you said something about therapy.
Yes, I did.
And now I don't hear that come out of the mouth of a lot of men.
Okay.
They get on and speak from vitriol
Mhm.
and anger and a lot of problems.
Mhm.
You said something different. That's why I kind of looked at you differently when you were
Okay.
like, "Hey, y'all, during my divorce, I went to therapy."
Right.
Other dudes don't do that. They get on YouTube and they start talking to other vitriol, fucked up mentally people.
Yeah.
And
Or they try to act like they try to
I
act
just
like
hopped on to engage in fuckery. Is that
okay.
what we not doing? No, just
Yeah, but they try to act like they are not affected by what happened. Yeah, I know.
more men in general need to go to all seriousness. More men in general need to go
Yeah.
to therapy.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
period, point blank. I think a lot of men, and obviously I'm a woman, so I can't like really totally speak for men, but I will say this:
Mhm.
a lot of y'all motherfuckers need therapy and not YouTube. Like
Yeah, I
a
think a lot of
lot of
people
y'all,
I think a lot of
a
people
lot of
do.
y'all need therapy and not the internet.
Mm,
And yes, I've spent some time in therapy too, and
mhm.
trust me, it helps. And I think a lot black people in general, you're right, like not just men, but I think black people in general need more therapy.
Yes.
Like we need to participate in therapy. Big mama going to big mama house or going to church or talking to your auntie, sister, cousin. Like, no, we need professionals. A lot of us need professionals. And a lot of us are fucked up daily. Like, forget about your family life. Like, black men are getting killed by the police. Like, we're getting harassed by white people, like just day after day. Just living as a black person in America, we need therapy. Like, I'm just saying.
I think one of the things about it is, and we're wrapping it, y'all. We're just rapping with each other. When I say, listen, y'all, listen. There's a lot of men. I think that's why, like I said, a lot of men uh, are in a bad spot. I look at this as YouTube church, and if a pastor, if these YouTube preachers figure out your pain, they can bank off of it. I'm telling you right now, a lot of these people are banking off of people's pain rather than them
But
actually.
why? And that's the funny thing. Who gave us religion in the first place? Oh, that's a whole other conversation.
Stop it,
Yeah,
Jay.
that's a whole different thing.
We're
Yeah, but
not on that route, man.
but again, that's with everything in life. You have people who do bank off other people's pain. You have people who bank off other people's fear. Like you have people who say, "Oh, they're going to take your guns or whatever," and they bank off them. Or they have people say, "Oh, the world's going to end," and they bank off the preppers. You know what I mean? Like this is life, man. This is why I just sit back and enjoy it.
And I hear you with that. You know what I'm saying? And like I usually go, I usually go to definitely do energy tonight. Definitely do energy tonight. Like I said, I definitely like right now, like I try to tell people like I go to Rich Panel to try to bring a balance because a lot of these men and women, and you need help, mom? I got you. A lot of these, a lot of these people are not balanced. A lot of these people are not balanced, man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these talking points, like right now, we about to open up for Trina. I'm gonna see a whole bunch of men walking with a whole bunch of women of all different types of sizes. Do you? Nobody's gonna be doing all this. What's your dress size, or you're wearing weave, or you're wearing this and that type of thing. Babe, that drink, gotta take that drink back. That drink, no alcohol outside. No alcohol outside.
Oh shit, you working?
Huh? Yeah, no drink outside.
Yeah, if you're working, we can do this another time.
At all.
The king of multitasking over here.
Yeah.
Cop catch your ass, you going to jail, and I hate to lock you up. Go ahead. You see how the woman? I told the woman to take a drink in there. She didn't. Got you. She didn't even argue with me. She didn't curse at me. She just said, "Okay."
That's
That's
because
what
she
I said.
wasn't drunk enough yet.
Oh, don't worry. That nothing the taser can't sober you up on. But but like I said, but see the thing about that's what I'm saying. Like I talk to these women all day. I talk and deal with these women every day at different clubs, functions, concerts. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Like this shit, men and dating and all this stuff. I watch this shit real time. That's why I'm trying to figure out when people be saying these things.
But sometimes with
Panels,
women, Joe, you have to understand. Sometimes with women, I'm not talking about you or your situation, but sometimes with women, sometimes we be extra polite to men because we don't know how they're gonna respond to us.
that's fair. That's
Sometimes it's a protection thing. Like, I'm gonna be nice to this dude because I don't know if he's gonna try to fucking slip something in my drink. I'm gonna be nice to this dude because I don't know if he's gonna beat my ass. I don't know if he's gonna try to rape me. Like, there's like so many scenarios, especially when there's alcohol involved when it comes to women.
like I said, man. Like I said, that's why. Like I said, I enjoy listening to y'all talk about traveling, doing X, Y, and Z. I don't have no problem with none of that shit. You know,
Right.
it's just that some people you gotten over your pain.
Okay.
Other men, they still they been raised. They
They
stay
still live
they
in that
st- they
They
still
pain.
still
live in that pain. No,
But
right.
no,
what's
don't
the
get me wrong.
difference?
Women do that too.
But what's the difference between? You're right, they do. So what's the difference between someone like myself or old man Gordito,
Yeah.
or someone who who still can't get over the breakup from 3 years ago?
I mean, everybody's different, so it'll be hard to like pinpoint what's the difference between and then every relationship is different, so you don't know. But it seems like with men, they get shamed when a man does want to express himself, he gets shamed for it. So maybe
But
that's
he
another
gets
reason.
shamed by other men. That's the interesting thing
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, no, exactly. He gets shamed by other men and women. So, and that's why I come here and I kind of defend like the tricking. I defend the incels because like they get beat up a lot up in this sector. And I don't understand. Like people have a right to live their lives the way if they're not bothering you, they're not breaking the law. They should have a right to live their lives the way they want to live them.
I'm sorry,
That's
I'm
it.
not laughing at you. I'm
Oh
laughing
no,
at
you can laugh.
No,
What do
I'm
I have to
laughing
hear?
at he said he's in pain every time he sees a 30-hour
Oh
live
well,
stream.
yeah, that too, that too.
You know, it's funny, Aries. You know how many times like I'll like just be scrolling YouTube and I'm like, why the hell are they on here for 6 hours? And I'll call Joe and I'll be like, hey, you know who? Because you know I don't, as most of y'all know, I don't really fuck around in these spaces like this. Like I might dabble here and there on other channels, but I don't go on other panels and stuff like that. But I'm like, who is this dude? Because all of his videos are like 7 hours long. What are y'all talking about for 7 hours? Like every day.
Some people like to probably work from home, or they might
I
not have
work
a
from home and
job.
I still don't have the time to be on.
Yeah, they might not have they might not have a job, and they might not go out. You know what I mean? So this is how they get their
Bro,
social fix.
7 hours. I don't want to talk to anybody for 7 hours.
Seven, that's nothing. Like Aries said, you have people with 30-hour live streams.
Listen, my man has been away working for the last couple of months. I don't talk to him for 6 hours a day. Like, like no. And like, and I'm used to being around him all the time. I don't talk to him for 6 hours a day. So how am I gonna get online on a live stream and talk to random people for he said 30 shit, I only have 6.
Yeah,
Like who
because this is some people's social life, so that's why.
Aries, you know what, I would talk to you for 6 hours. Stop. No, so I'm kidding.
This is their social life. This is what this is
Do you still live in Boston?
Yeah, I live like 20 minutes away now. I moved, but I live like 20 minutes away.
You grew up in Boston?
Yep.
Where did you grow up?
Roxbury.
Oh, how old? About how old are you?
Oh, here we go. What, you from Boston too?
No, I'm not from Boston. I lived in Dorchester for like 3 years.
What part of Dorchester?
I lived off of Talbot Avenue. Like
okay.
Talbot and
by
Washington.
Columbia.
By Columbia. Yeah.
But not Columbia. What would I say?
I just know it was the last stop on the red line. I don't remember. It was like 20. I'm old. It was
last
like
stop
20
on the red
years
line.
ago.
Ashmont.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Ashmont.
Okay.
That's all I remember. It was like 20
so
years
you
ago.
live you live by Common Square?
Is that Common Square? I just remember it was Washington Street. It was like the corner of Talbot and Washington.
And Washington Street. You're right. And they got like the McDonald's there, and they got like the Bank of America. Well, I don't know if they had it when you were living there, but they have a Bank of America.
Back in the 1900s. Yeah, I don't remember.
They got a Bank of America and McDonald's. Yeah, I know where you were. Those are my stomping grounds too.
Yeah. So I lived there for like 3 or 4 years in my 20s, in my early 20s. Yeah.
And then you said you lived in Connecticut?
I'm from Connecticut, but I live from Hartford.
Okay.
But no, I live in Florida now, and it's funny what I don't know if it was you saying it or Joe saying it, but you're right. Like people like regionally, you can see like basically like the Northeast is pretty much the same, but like coming down here, it's like just meeting people and just in my travels. And like I said, my boyfriend is he's born bred Florida boy all the way, and like it's just like the differences in like people and how they've come up like regionally is like very interesting.
Yeah, because up here, we're cold, so
right.
So when he was saying how like people were making fun of me or doing this, I'm like, all right, I mean that's normal to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. But it's just different. I guess maybe because it's hot more. It's cold, so we try to do stuff inside, and they get in trouble all year round.
Right.
Maybe that's why.
Right.
It be fuckery all year round.
Exactly. It's cold, so we just trying to get to where we get. So we're basically like straight to the point. Tell us what you need to tell us. No small talk. We're trying to get off this cold or whatever. I mean, like I said,
and I've gotten it when I came down here where people were like, "Oh, sometimes talk." It's like, "Oh, you kind of rude." That's like, I'm not rude.
Right.
The fuck you mean I'm rude?
Right.
I ain't rude.
Y'all warm my heart seeing y'all two can conversate and talk. You know what I'm saying? Really
I ain't gonna talk to him for no 6 hours. It ain't nothing.
No. Listen,
I ain't talking for 6 hours either.
I only do an hour, and I break and I do this shit. If at least that y'all already know. They listen. They about to have reggae night. They have a reggae night. The hottest DJ reggae talk is coming out from New York.
Oh shit, that's my shit. Damn shit. I need to be over there.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. They already done chopped up that goat meat, man. I'm about to go get me some
Oh
goat.
shit. But you
Yeah.
know what? I couldn't be over there because I wouldn't no because you would be bothering me. You wouldn't be able to do your job. So
No,
yeah.
no, 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 no. You know what? No, that's bullshit. Because shout out to Mahogany. When Mahogany came out here, I was gonna put her in a VIP lounge. I said, y'all, give her a bottle, give her VIP. Y'all know I treat my people right when they come out to my area, but I treat them right. I don't do them like that. But you know what I'm saying. But see, I believe in the hospitality. But
Well, yeah, and
you
plus it depends on the person. Like I know how to act
right?
versus
No, I know.
someone
See,
else.
and that see that's the thing about it when it comes to these conversations. When I listen to some people who are infatuated, always talking about certain things of how they maneuver, or I listen to where they go. Like, whenever we used to talk about stuff in Florida, we listen to how, okay, what part of Florida were you going into? Well, I was dealing with this, I was dealing with that. Or when they talk about going up north, hey, all of that ain't like that. Depends on where you going or what you getting down with.
Right. But it's funny because like
Mhm.
that's the thing. Like people don't realize like when I say, "Oh, I grew up in the suburbs. I was mostly black." They're like, "What?" And it's crazy to stereotype because they automatically think. And I sat here on your
Just kill the
panel.
bottle. Just leave the bottle out.
I
He
sat
just
here on your
kill the
panel,
bottle. You can go.
and somewhere along the lines, folks must have thought I grew up around white people. I'm like, no, like I grew up around black people that had houses. Like I don't know where y'all. And it's
In
like
the
not,
suburbs of Hartford,
yeah, like not everybody grew up in the hood.
and
You know what I mean?
Connecticut's expensive too.
Yeah, and it's like not every black person grew up in the hood. Not
Yeah,
every black person
yeah,
had like a hard life. Like
yeah.
everyone always wants to tell like these sob stories, like,
Mhm.
oh, I grew up and I had 5 brothers and sisters, and we had to
Mhm.
share our pair of pants and 3 shirts. Like, not everybody had a hard ass life.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in the hood. I didn't
I'm
have like
not
a real
knocking
hard
you for
life.
growing up in the
No,
hood.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no, no.
saying, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying. I'm just saying. I didn't really. I can't say I had. It wasn't too hard, but it was tough. But I made it out. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the guy I was with when I was up there, I mean, yeah, he's doing very well for himself.
right.
So, I mean, yeah, he grew up in Roxbury too.
Mhm.
I'm sure he's older than you. He's like in his 50s. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like he grew up in the projects in the hood, all that shit too. And it's like
Orchard Park?
no, the one next to Orchard Park.
Next to Orchard Park.
It was like
Uh, well, go ahead. It was across from where?
he is old. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
43, but he is like 53 now.
Okay.
So it probably was torn down by then. It was across from Orchard Park.
Yeah. So they did tear them down in the 90s. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
tore a lot
yeah.
of it
That's what I said.
down.
I know it was across from OP, and I remember the
Mhm.
funniest conversation because he always used to be like, "I used to play basketball with Michael Bivins," and I was just like, "For real?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but it was like I guess it was like that project, whatever project he was in, always like played basketball, like opposing teams and shit. So whatever project was over there that way.
Hmm.
But
Trying
yeah,
to
like
think.
I'm just saying that to say, like, yeah, not everybody has to. You don't grow up in the hood and you have to stay in the hood. Like
Mhm.
everybody, he has like a big house out in some white suburb
Mhm.
out there now and stuff like that. So I mean, not every, and I think black people as a whole, we keep this hood. A lot of times we'll keep this hood mentality. Oh, I'm from the hood. What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Right.
Just because you're from the hood don't mean you have to stay in the hood.
Right.
And that doesn't mean you have to continue with a hood mentality either. And that's the
Right.
Yeah,
problem that a lot of us have.
that's 100, Sister Jane B. How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, this is Edward Bailey, aka Mac Bones slash Matt Bones, coming
Oh,
from the
What up,
are
Macosphere.
you
Mac?
coming from? Are you coming from the streets too? No.
Coming from the Macosphere. But
Oh
let's just
Lord.
say let's just say that
Mac
let's just
Bone.
say that I was raised up by my uncle Lester Williamson Senior.
That
Rest in
sounds like he
power.
was an old Mac from back in the day.
Oh wow.
Let's
And the thing about it,
Mhm.
my uncle Lester's Mac name was Mr. Slick.
dog shit.
I mean, real
Mm-mm.
talk.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But if y'all just let me speak for a moment and
Sure.
explain
Go
some
ahead.
things to you, I
Go
think
ahead.
here's the thing about Mackin. Mackin is finessing power and prestige and pull the bell on your lifestyle on a holistic frequency. Because see, the thing about it, the 3 degrees of game is sex, money, and power.
Okay.
See, the thing
So
is,
is that only
players
from?
focus
So
on
it's only from
sex.
women then, right?
Man, will you let me? If you don't interrupt me for a minute, can I explain, please?
Oh, okay, I
Just
was
let me
just
talk
asking
for
a
a minute.
question. Go ahead. Shit.
For a minute. I mean, those who
Serious and
have
stuff.
ears will be able to hear.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You getting way too serious. I wasn't even trying
The
to
thing
get that
is,
deep with it, but okay.
yeah, the thing is, there are 3 degrees of game. There's sex, money, power. Players focus on sex, pimps focus on money, max focus on power. Now, when you finesse and optimize the power, you magnetize the paper and the pussy to you without even having to look for it. And so that's the thing about max. You got the ultimate max in this country are the politicians on Capitol Hill, the MTUs, the masters of the universe concerning corporate industry. Those are the real max. They don't be looking for the women. The women be coming to them.
Can I jump in real
I
quick?
mean, I mean, think about it. The president of the White House, like
Okay.
Bill Clinton,
Okay.
he had his Secret Service staff bring women to him. That's what I'm talking about. And see, the thing about it, it's like it's a holistic thing.
Can I
Your
jump in?
body game, your body game, your charisma, and your masculinity.
Can I jump in
That's
real
the
quick?
foundation. That's the foundation, man.
All right. Can
Before
I
you deal
jump?
with the looks, money, and status.
Okay.
Because see, the thing about it, physique, charisma, and masculinity is biology and chemistry. Looks, money, and status is sociology. You got to understand the basics of the biology and chemistry of the game before you get to the sociology of the game. And see, the thing is, what's so weird about this manosphere? I remember the other night, I was over there on a panel with the manosphere, right, with Obsidian.
Okay.
And my niece Elena said, Uncle Lee, are you watching a cartoon show?
Okay.
No, honey, I'm on the panel with the manosphere. I said, wait a minute. That Obsidian, Uncle Lee, that's a very interesting cartoon character.
Okay.
Yes, honey, he is. We had a big laugh about it.
Right. Can I jump in?
My niece is thinking that the manosphere is a cartoon show.
Can I
That's how
jump
messed
in?
up it
You're not
is.
gonna be able to get. You're not gonna be able to cut in. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Not while
wanted to
he's
say
talking. I
something.
promise you. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Because
Man,
I
who was
wanted
this?
to touch on the politician thing he was saying, because he was saying how like the politicians were the
Yeah.
ultimate max, right? But those same
Yes.
politicians pay to play.
Right.
Right. But you just said they were the ultimate max.
Well, the thing is, they pay by finessing their charisma and getting
No,
votes.
they actually pay.
Getting
No.
sponsorships.
I'm talking about the women they deal with. They actually pay money to those women.
Well, actually, it was the Secret Service that provided the money.
Well, yeah,
that delivered.
right, but it's from them though.
But
You know what I'm saying?
from the federal government. Yeah.
What I'm saying is they got that power to get that money. They first they concentrate on the power first, because
Okay.
like I said in that song by DJ Quick,
Okay.
and the second to none hand in hand. First you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the pussy.
Okay.
That's how the essence of the game really works.
So
And game is not
technically, if
just
that's the
about
case,
women.
power is
It's
only
about
going to
life.
grab, right?
The ultimate game is life.
So if the game is about gaining power, is that the ultimate game? Because you said
No,
what
the
did you say?
ultimate game is life.
Okay, the ultimate game is life.
Life is
The
the real
game of
master
life.
teacher of game.
Okay.
Life is the real master teacher of game, because the ultimate game is life. I
Okay.
mean,
So what?
when you
So what's the
go
purpose
to
of
a job interview,
But what's the purpose of life?
Right. It depends on what
the purpose of life is living it, man. That's the ultimate purpose, living it.
But you should live it the
Evolving
way
in
you
it.
want. You should live it the
but
way you
living and
want to,
getting,
right?
living and getting
Living the
money,
way
or
that the
living and getting
universe
pussy, or
wants
living
you
and
to
getting
live it.
power.
Huh?
Go ahead, Aries. My bad.
No, I was asking, is it
Yeah.
living and gaining pussy, living and gaining money, or living and gaining power? Which one is it?
Well, the thing about it, that's the foundation of dealing with life. Sex and money are the foundation, not the end of it.
Right.
Those are part of the basics.
Okay.
Right. But
That's the basics.
okay. But you said the
That's the
politicians.
foundation.
You said the politicians are the ultimate max. But like I told
Well,
you,
because
those politicians pay. They literally pay women.
Well,
Don, you
okay.
falling in that rabbit hole, right, Don?
No,
Let me explain from another level,
I'm
though.
just saying.
I'm talking about the way the politicians can like twist certain policies to affect certain people.
Sure.
That's the macking I'm talking about. The macking of power and policy.
But they're the ultimate max, though.
I mean, the ultimate max are actually the 13 families that control 95% of the world's wealth.
Okay.
Like the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs, Oppenheimers. for example.
The Rothschilds are my cousins, so let's not talk unfavorably about them. But continue.
No, dude. I'm not talking unfavorable about. I'm just telling the truth of what's really going on.
No,
That's
I'm
all I'm saying.
joking. I'm joking.
Okay, my bad, man. My bad. But I've been on this path of MAGA for a long time, ever since I was 18 years old. And see, here's the funny thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ratchets are worldwide. Now, here's the thing. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I've met lovely women from other countries without having to go anywhere. Because the thing about it, man, my swag is my passport. Swag is the ultimate passport. And swag ain't just about having a mouthpiece. It's about having the finesse of your body game and masculinity to go with it. Swag is the whole package. And that's what I learned in dealing with the Mac Bible. The experience, finesse, the grace of the glory of the great Mac God, which is life itself. Life is the real master teacher. That's what I learned from experience. It's the streets, reality, and life that determines who has the real game and who doesn't.
That was deep.
And that's what I learned from growing up on the most dangerous part of Little Rock, Arkansas, Granite Mountain, South Side, and East End. I had to fight for mine, man. I had to learn to fight hand to hand from the OGs.
So a lot of y'all learned this from the movie The Mac, right?
No, I learned it from my uncle, man. I didn't see the Mac till later.
Because the reason why I'm saying that because you know the Mac was written by this like nerdy white guy, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, one of those white guys behind the black
exploitation of Hollywood. Right, but you know, like the reason why they were making fun of the pimp. Like this is why they had them dressing those. They had them dressing those funny clothes. They had them speak a certain way. Because they were making fun of them.
Of course.
Almost like a parody.
Right, it was like a parody.
That's the thing about it, man. Pimping really originated from the pulpit.
But a lot of us took it seriously.
Yeah.
Right. We missed a joke.
Right.
That's
and grew up and lived it to its core.
Exactly.
And built a whole ideology based on that parody. Is that what you're saying, Don?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a whole cultural dysfunction based on that, man, because the difference between pimping and macking is that pimping is illegal. That's the difference. And see, the thing about it, man, pimping originated from the pulpit because the pastor and the pimp get their game and gear from the same store and the same vending.
Is it really illegal?
This is why I realized growing up in the church, man, about how the pastor be hugging up on the women, the pastor be wearing like $1,000 suits and fine rings. And this is when I was a young child, a young youth school Sunday teacher at Gaines Street Baptist Church in Little Rock, Arkansas. I noticed the difference. I pay close attention.
Okay.
See, the first part of learning game is being able to read nonverbal communication and body language.
Okay.
That's the basics.
Right,
in order to be a member of the TMA, the True Mac Association, the first foundation is to be able to read body language.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
So what part of that membership deals with reading the room and reading conversations and reading the chat?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. Check out that Platinum Elite video called "Stop Being Beta," and check out the conversation I had with Mella too. At around 4:45, 10.
Who you had the conversation with?
Mella too.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember, just watch the tone about how I finesse and bless the conversation.
Okay.
Because remember, great conversation comes from great improvisation. See, it's a toolbox.
I'm sorry, I don't
getting the right game for the right frequency for the right woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you? I need to ask you another question. Did you like Dr. Seuss?
That's pretty funny, man. I've read Dr. Seuss for a minute, but
question.
When I was growing up, my uncle had me read this book called Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
Yeah, I read that too. I read that.
Yeah. How did I guess?
I think everybody I think
They didn't
everybody that grew
understand
up
that
with
Iceberg Slim was something trying to tell them not to be a
The
criminal
hood
by reading
favorite,
the
huh?
book.
right, but I
He was
think
trying to
everybody
prevent
read
them
that
from
book.
doing it.
I think everybody in the
But
hood
the
read that
opposite
book.
effect was they wanted to do it.
Machiavelli's
But
the
what
prince for
Iceberg
the hood.
Slim said in that book, I'm writing this, man, to show you young bloods that you can't get something for nothing. I don't want you to go down the same road I've been through. That was the message at the end of the book.
Right, because nothing's free, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's
But
what I was
see,
saying early on. Rich's Tale.
look what happened. You got people that copy off the thing like Ice-T and Ice Cube, for example. They copy off their swag from Iceberg Slim. And see, that's the thing. I mean, Mackin is about being a real man about yours.
But let me ask you, did Ice-T use that swag to get that job at Law and Order?
Yeah. That's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
Game is knowing what the hell to do and doing it.
Okay. So he didn't go.
Game is
He didn't go.
here's the thing.
He
Game
didn't
is
go
living
and
the
put.
truth of what you actually are as well.
Okay.
Because the truth is inside you. Shout out to Mr. Locario.
Okay. So he went there with his swag, and they said, "You know what? You have swag, so we're going to hire you for Law and Order to play a cop."
I mean, to be fair, he played a cop in New Jack City too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
But
so that was
it
probably like
swag.
they were like, oh, you'll probably make a good cop. The irony behind it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
But see, back in the day, Ice-T was a DJ for that movie Breaking.
Yeah,
with,
he was.
Alyssa Boogaloo and Shaq.
Right.
So originally, back in the day, not only was Ice-T a pimp, he was also a DJ.
Okay.
In Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 52 years old, by the way, so I grew up with that stuff.
Yeah, but you don't think he's not doing that now, right? Not with Coco, right?
No, man. He's in Hollywood, man. He's bought in stock in that car shield thing. He owns stock in that.
Yeah.
Because he's up there in the commercials.
Yeah.
So he's a stock investor in Car Shield Incorporated.
Right. So he ain't doing the Mackin no more. He ain't Mackin no more. Now he's doing the professional thing.
Well,
he switched over.
Yeah, he switched over.
He crossed
like
over.
I said, there's levels to it.
Right.
The ultimate thing in Mackin is to Mac to a level to where you own the thing. The end game of Mackin is solitaire and power.
Okay.
That's the way it's always been.
Listen, y'all, I gotta go get Trina, and as much as I would love to listen to this, I don't think Trina want to listen to this. I gotta listen to her and all the friends, Yakko, Crackle, and then Limo. So let me go pick this girl up and everything. Jay, I'll tell Trina you said hello, and everything. I'll tell Trina you said hello, and also Aries. If I get her number to one of her friends, I will send it to Aries. And
why are you sending shit to me? I don't have a neck.
Wait, you don't what?
I let you
hey,
have
BNT,
a neck and
I just wanted to say, man, I first saw you in that video with O'Shea and LR movie called "Those Church Turned Brothers and the Simps."
My breasts are bigger than hers, or whatever woman you're talking about.
Why would you not want one of Trina's friends?
Why would I want her number?
I'm so done. I'm so done.
I can't with Aries. I can't. I'm
out.
I like man boobs, Aries. I like man
my
boobs.
hips are. It's all right, and apparently my hips are thick. But the thing is, maybe she was talking about the wrong body part down there.
Maybe. All right, bye.
Hang sweet low.
Hey, BMT, I just want to say before you go that the first time I saw you was on that classic, Does the Church Turn Brothers and Simps? You was on there with LAR Movie in Mac City. It was a very enlightening, entertaining experience, man. Yeah. That's a classic. Yeah.
Like I said, I told people I haven't changed since I've been in the when I was up in the manosphere like that. And I was talking about this.
You've been in the manosphere since 2015, right?
Actually, yeah. I've been here for a long time. So I've been in here since. So I've been here for a long time when they were building it and on the blocks and stuff. Like I got plaques and awards and stuff. I sat down with LAR. Every LAR, Donovan Sharp, BGS, Angry Man. Every last one. Me and Mac City were talking about the porn industry. You're talking about the porn industry. We're talking about all the women and everything, the poly lifestyle and everything.
Yeah. Hey, I even read his book list at the end of his videos, like the Book of Five Rings and Art of War. Yeah, talk
So
about the strategy.
like I said, I want to. If I could just carry y'all in the pocket of my world, of the stuff that I see and I do, like I could promise y'all, it's not red, white, and blue. What's going on,
It's
lady?
great, man. It's great.
It is
It's
great.
always been great.
Okay. Well, y'all, what's up? I'll see y'all again.
Yeah,